Hey everybody, welcome back to the fourth in my pelvic floor strength series for urinary incontinence. I'm focusing on urinary incontinence from the stress of childbearing, but a lot of us do develop urinary incontinence from all different types of stressors, chronic constipation, childbearing, obviously, menopause. As we lose our estrogen, the elasticity of the pelvic floor decreases and women experience an increase in urinary incontinence. So these are all different things that we as women have to deal with, and we have the power to take them back. So hopefully you've been following this series and are ready for step number 4. So today is our first standing up exercise. Woohoo! So we are going to strengthen our pelvic floor, continuing to use the sequence that we have been focusing on. So the transverse abdominis contraction, the pelvic tilt, the bridge. We're just going to use them now all while we're standing. So get steady and ready and let's stand up. Okay. So what we're going to work on today is a squat exercise. If you've ever done any kind of exercise video, you've probably seen something really similar to this. So what I want you to do is just stand with your feet about a little more than hip width apart. And you are gonna just do a simple squat. So you don't have to go down too far. You're gonna squat down so that your back is nice and flat and your legs are bent. So I'm actually gonna turn to the side a little bit and let me move away from the camera. There we go. So you can kind of see how it looks from the side. So we're gonna go squat. So you don't have to go down very far. You can go way down if you have it, but if you only have it in this far, that's all you need. You just want a nice shallow squat. So you want your back to be nice and flat here and lift up in the chest just a little bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do that squat, but we're gonna get down to this spot, so we're not going very far down. Now, as you get stronger in your pelvic floor, you can widen your stance and then go down a little bit further. But for the purposes of this video, most of us are really working on this strength right now. We don't need a wide squat, and you don't need a really wide squat to make this really effective. So just like that pelvic tilt exercise, it's a subtle movement, and we think about needing to have really big movements for strength, but our muscles build a memory on small movements too. And something as simple as control of your bladder does not have to be a large movement. A small movement can be so, so helpful. So let's start with your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Get down into your little bit of your squat. So this is a little bit of a change from where we were lying on the floor. But what I want you to do now is engage your transverse abdominis, and as you stand up from your squat, you're gonna bring yourself straight, and then you're gonna do your pelvic tilt, that little pelvic tilt. You see the subtle movement? So let me get a little closer to the camera. I'll tie up my shirt here. Hang on, so you can see. So we're gonna get our feet. So one way that can be actually really helpful, if you're standing on a yoga mat, make your feet about as wide as your yoga mat. That's as wide as it has to be. So you're gonna get into that little squat, okay? So you see there's not much going on in my belly here. It's a little bit jelly, right? So now I'm gonna engage my transverse abdominis. I'm gonna stand up, watch my butt now, and I'm just gonna do that slight pelvic tilt while I'm standing. And then I'm gonna relax. So let's do that again. Get into the squat. Engage transverse abdominis. Straighten up. And slight pelvic tilt and release. So you can see, watch my butt here and my belly. I'm gonna engage, slight tilt, release, slight tilt, release. So you can see that it's really, really a very subtle movement. So I'm gonna put my whole body back in frame now so that, you're not looking at my belly the whole time. And let's do a few of these together. and that will be this week's exercise, okay? So, feet about yoga mat width apart. Get into our little mini squat. Engage our transverse abdominis. Stand up slowly. And that slight pelvic tilt. Awesome. Relax. Get into your squat. Engage your transverse abdominis. And up. Slight pelvic tilt. I'll do that with you one more time. So, relax. Get into your squat. Engage your transverse abdominis. Stand yourself up. And slight pelvic tilt. We did it. So keep repeating that. You want to do about 10 repetitions at a time. If you can do it 2 or 3 times in the day, you're going to find a huge impact. Otherwise, if you can just do it 10 times once in the day as you're, building up on these exercises, awesome. So my friends, you are super awesome. I am so glad that you've been joining me for this series, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time when we will have another exercise to help you get strong in the pelvic floor. If you are interested in me starting another series on a different aspect of pelvic floor dysfunction, whatever that may be, do you have pain with sex? Do you feel like your pelvic floor is too tight? Do you feel like it's hard for you to go to the bathroom, whether it's peeing or pooping? I know, taboo. But those are all things that your pelvic floor can really impact. So let me know, start a discussion in the comments. I will do my best to answer any and all questions that come through. Subscribe, because the more people who subscribe, the more we can share this video, the more content I can make. I really want to keep bringing this content to you, as it is my heart's work, and I'm so grateful to be able to have this knowledge, and now I want to help other people have this knowledge. As I've mentioned so many times before, this information is unfortunately very esoteric, and this is information that belongs to you. This is your body. You are the owner and the operator, and the information on how to use it belongs to you. It does not belong to a select group of healthcare providers. Our job is to bring this information to you and put you back in charge of your own body. We put you in the driver's seat so that you can have your best physical functioning. So let me know what you want to know, and we'll do our best to get you the information. So please subscribe, ring the bell so that you are notified whenever I post new content, and I will see you next time.